Okay, thanks for coming out again. We'll go through this really quickly because we're coming towards the end of the semester. Oh no, cognitive dissonance relates to how foreign policymakers ignore information. They basically marginalize information that does not fit their world view. Now, I hope you like the video on the Bay of Pigs. I really liked it because that was basically group think. I mean, it's actually in the name of the video. So, but that's important because when people basically have a different idea that might be important to incorporate in a policy, whatever that policy is, it gets marginalized because maybe there's a dominant figure, maybe they don't, they humiliate the other person, possibly because the other person is nervous to speak out, but for a wide range of psychological and social mechanism. In the lecture on the bombing of China, there was no lecture of the Chinese embassy bomb, but in the lecture, the bombing of the Chinese embassy in the former Yugoslavia, that was attribution bias. I love that. I mean, I don't love that we bombed an embassy, but if it was another country, it would be, we would say, oh, because they're evil. That's attribution bias. Basically, you're saying, when we do something that is from a U.S. perspective, because this is U.S. foreign policy, it's a mistake. But when they do something, whoever they is, it's because they're bad. Confirmation bias refers to when policymakers search for information that supports their worldview. Edward Bernays, Torches of Freedom. Oh, by the way, watch out with that with William Casey in the next part. Edward Bernays, Torches of Freedom, served as a documentary that highlighted the role of propaganda. Edward Bernays is great because he's not great, but he really was the king of more interpretive methods, propaganda, etc. And he did that thing in Guatemala where he tried to convince the world that it was a communist country. Just like Putin says, oh, I'm invading because of Nazism, we always say, oh, we're invading because of communism. The point of the documentary on Equatorial Guinea, that's really good because that really shows how we rationalize and support despots and dictators. He's one of the worst dictators in the world, and yet we have good relations with him because he has oil. And that becomes problematic because then we're told, oh, we support democracy abroad, the free world, but really that's untrue. So thanks for coming out, everyone. And, we're going to be wrapping up soon the class. And, I hope everyone does well. Don't forget, get everything in, final paper, video debates, etc. Take care, everyone.